First off, philosophy is a confession. Philosophy is a confession. Go love somebody that you don't like. Hey, what's good, y'all? Thanks for clicking on the link. WTJ Knowledge Drops back with another reaction video for you. More on that in a second. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you are new, my name is Wesley Travis Johnson, and this is my channel WTJ Knowledge Drops, where we bridge the gap between science and spirituality. If you're a returning nomad, hello, how are you? I love you. I hope you're learning to love somebody you don't like so you can love yourself properly. And alright, I'm going to shut up. Let's get it. This one is the story of Lord Hanuman, and it's from the Hindu Saga channel. Hindu Saga channel, don't copyright me, bro. We're just all trying to learn and have a little fun. Alright, the story of Lord Hanuman on the Hindu Saga Network. Let's get it.
Hanuman has been known in Hinduism as the supreme devotee of Lord Ram. He is one of the leading characters of the sacred Hindu text Ramayana. Hanuman is believed to possess the power to grant strength, success, and protection to his devotees. His worship is especially popular amongst those seeking to overcome obstacles, including illness, poverty, and spiritual challenges.
That's me. I check all those boxes right there. So this is right up my alley. This was another request, by the way. Somebody kind of recommended it indirectly on YouTube. So this one's for you, the one who brought it up.
The first mention of Hanuman can be found in the texts as early as Rig Veda, where references of a divine monkey are found. He finds much broader expression in the Puranas. Shiva Puran mentions Hanuman as an avatar of Lord Shiva. When Vishnu agreed to be born as a human to defeat Ravan, Lord Brahma felt that he would need help, so he asked Shiva to take an avatar as well. Shiva decided to be born as Hanuman. Hanuman's mother, Anjana, was an Apsara named Punjikasthala, who was born on earth as a Vanara princess due to the curse of a sage. Anjana was married to Kesari, a Vanar chief, and the son of Brihaspati. There are multiple stories associated with the birth of Hanuman. However, in every story, Vayu, the god of the wind, has a major significance. Among all the stories, the most popular one is the one where King Dashrath was
I wonder if he was born by a virgin chick. Yeah.
doing a great penance to obtain sons. Finally, Brahma gave him a pudding that Dashrath gave to his queens to eat, as a result of which Ram, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrughna were born. On the other side, Anjana and Kesari performed an intense prayer to Vayu to beget him as their child. Pleased with their devotion, Vayu granted them the boon they sought. According to the legend, some pudding was taken away by the wind, who dropped it into Anjana's hands. Eating it, she too gave birth to Lord Hanuman.
There we go.
Hanuman is thus often known as Anjani Putra, or
I like the wind pudding story better than the virgin birth story, I have to admit. Way cooler this way.
Anjaneya, meaning the son of Anjana, or sometimes as Vayuputra, meaning the son of Vayu. As a child, Hanuman was very mischievous.
I gotta say, I also dig the way that there are multiple gods in the Eastern culture instead of just the one divine being here in the West. Even though we are just one giant being, but I do like the idea of multiple gods for different things. Alright, shut up, Wes.
One morning, when he was a young child, Hanuman woke up and felt extremely hungry. When he saw the rising sun, he assumed it for a big fruit and leapt up to grab and eat it. To punish Hanuman for his mistake and to stop him from snatching the sun out of the sky, the king of gods, Indra, intervened and struck Hanuman with his thunderbolt. It hit Hanuman on his chin and he fell to the earth. This is in fact where Hanuman gets his name. The word Hanuman originally meant disfigured jaw.
Oh shit. Cool. Bro took a lightning bolt to the chin.
His father, Vayu, the god of air, became very upset and decided to take away all the air from earth, possessing a huge threat to all living beings. This led Lord Shiva, one of the most powerful gods, to bring Hanuman back to his senses. The striking of Indra's thunderbolt left Hanuman blessed, making him as strong as Indra himself. Many other gods also gave Hanuman powers and protection. Brahma gave him the ability to grow bigger or shrink smaller in size. Agni Dev gave him a boon that fire couldn't hurt Hanuman. The god Varun gave him a boon that water couldn't harm him.
Dang.
And his father Vayu blessed Hanuman so that he could be as fast as the wind. But
This dude's a superhero. Cool.
Hanuman was still young and foolish and began using his special powers on innocent people as pranks. One day, he pranked an old man who had spent years meditating.
The troll god. I can dig it. I can dig the troll god.
And trying to focus on prayers to the gods. In fury of being pranked by this young Vanara and at having his meditation disturbed, the old man cast a curse on Hanuman to make him forget all his powers, therefore leading him to lose all of his abilities given to him by the gods. As he grew up, Hanuman sought to educate himself, and for this purpose he chose Surya, the sun god, as his guru. Surya accepted him as his disciple.
Sounds like a good choice. You can count on it to be there every single day. And fire is pretty strong. So, that was a good choice. Hanuman, the sun god, is probably what I would have went with as well.
Thus, Hanuman flew before the chariot of the sun god, withstanding its glare until he became well versed in the 4 books of knowledge, called the Vedas, the 6 systems of philosophies, called the Darshanas, the 64 arts or Kalas, and the 108 occult mysteries of Tantras.
Holy crap. Holy shit, guys, I need to check out all that shit. It's a lot. I'm going to start working on it right after this video, I think.
Although Hanuman mastered the knowledge of everything that existed, being an Ajanma Brahmachari, he was not eligible to study Navavyakarnas, or the 9 grammars for which the status of being a Grahastha was essential. In order to facilitate the completion of his education, Surya created a beautiful Kanya called Suvarchala Devi, who was also an Ajanma Brahmacharini. Then Hanuman was married to Suvarchala to make him a Grihastha without his brahmacharya being affected. Having become a master of all that Hanuman set out to learn, it was now time for Hanuman to pay for his education, also called Guru Dakshina. Surya asserted that watching the devoted pupil study was payment enough for him, but when Hanuman insisted on giving something to express his gratitude, the sun god asked him to look after the welfare of his son Sugriva, who was the stepbrother of Vali, the king of the Vanaras. To know the full story of Surya, watch the video in the comments below. When Ram met Hanuman during his search for Sita, Hanuman, along with the other men and ministers of
I'm very interested in going down the road of all these other gods like Shiva and Sugriva. So I think I'm going to start on that. I think I already said that. I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Sugriva was a huge help to him. When Sugriva sent his men in all directions to trace Sita, Hanuman was sent down south and eventually comes to the very bottom of India, where the land turns to ocean. On the other side of the ocean, Hanuman could see the island of Lanka, but it was too far for him to jump or to swim. Hanuman was given back the powers he had forgotten at this time to fulfill his duty and destiny of serving Ram. Suddenly, all powerful again, Hanuman transformed into the size of a mountain and flew across the narrow channel to Lanka. Upon landing, he discovered the city. On the other side of the ocean, Hanuman could see the island of Lanka, but it was too far for him to jump or to swim. Hanuman was given back the powers he had forgotten at this time to fulfill his duty and destiny of serving Ram. Suddenly, all powerful again, Hanuman transformed into the size of a mountain and flew across the narrow channel to Lanka. Upon landing, he discovered the city ruled by the evil king Ravan, so he shrank down in size to the size of an ant and snuck in. Hanuman was the one responsible for locating Sita and telling her
Work smarter, not harder.
to not lose hope that Rama was coming for her. He burnt Ravan's Lanka to ashes and caused great harm and loss to his city and weaponry. To know the full story about Ravan's Lanka, watch the video linked in the comments below. Such childlike was the devotion of Hanuman towards Lord Ram that he wrote the name of Ram on every stone that was thrown into the ocean to build the Ram Setu, a bridge connecting the southern India with Lanka. During the battle between Ram and Ravan, Lakshman was badly injured and was almost killed. Upon seeing the devastation in Lord Ram, Hanuman left to find a life-restoring herb called the Sanjeevani Booty, located on a far-off mountain in Dronagiri range of the Himalayas in Uttarakhand. When he reached the mountain and had difficulty in picking the right herb, in his devotion and loyalty, he lifted the entire mountain and carried it back to Lanka. It is also believed that Hanuman had every capability and chance of defeating Ravan by himself, but he abandoned this idea to let his lord Sri Ram have the praises. It is often said that there was a version of Ramayana that was written by Lord Hanuman himself. One day, Valmiki came to know that the great Hanuman too had penned the adventures of Rama and great.
It's another reference to sacrificing, guys. You got to sacrifice your own happiness sometimes and well-being, I guess you would say, for the goodness of other people. Don't be selfish. I think this was touching on that. Sacrifice.
Graving the story with his nails on rocks. A curious Valmiki traveled to the Himalayas where Hanuman was residing to see his version of the Ramayana. When Hanuman read out his narration, Valmiki was overwhelmed by its sheer power and poetic caliber. It was truly an inspired piece. Valmiki felt both joy and sorrow. Joy because he had the chance to hear an exceptionally beautiful poem, and sad because it overshadowed his work. When Hanuman saw the unhappiness his work had caused to Valmiki, he smashed the engraved rocks, destroying his creation forever. Such was Hanuman's selflessness.
Damn,
For him, narrating the tales of Rama's
anger issues. He's human, just like everybody else. Or half human, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, he's got a little anger issues. That's cool. You gotta work. You can't be perfect. You gotta work through it.
Adventures as a means to re-experience Rama was more important than the fame of being a great poet or a writer. Oftentimes, Hanuman is depicted in red color, and there is a story behind this depiction as well. Every morning in Ayodhya, Hanuman would observe Sita parting her hair and putting vermilion powder, enacting a ritual which is always done by married women. Being naturally of a curious bent of mind, he asked her the reason behind this daily ritual. "It is for the well-being of my husband," replied Sita. Hanuman, ever the humble well-wisher of his chosen lord, wondered if a virtuous woman like Sita has to apply vermilion in this manner for the goodness of Lord Ram, I, a mere monkey, need to do more. Thus thinking, he took a bowl full of the paste and smeared his whole body with the vermilion. Needless to say, both Ram and Sita were moved by the purity of Hanuman's heart. Since then, idols of Hanuman's are colored in a rich vermilion red. Once, Sita gave Hanuman a necklace of pearls. After a while, the residents of Ayodhya observed him breaking the necklace and inspecting each pearl minutely. Intrigued, they asked him the reason. "I'm looking for Ram and Sita," replied Hanuman. Laughing at his apparent naive response, the spectators pointed out to him that the royal couple was at the moment seated on the imperial throne. "But Ram and Sita are everywhere," wondered aloud the true Bhakt Hanuman. Not understanding the depth of his devotion, they further teased him. "So if Ram and Sita live in your heart, can you show them to us?" Unhesitantly, Hanuman stood up and with his sharp nails tore open his chest. There, within his throbbing heart, the astonished audience were taken aback to find the enshrined image of Ram and Sita. Never again did anyone make fun of Hanuman's devotion. Hanuman is also known as Panchamukhi, meaning the one with 5 heads. Each head signifies a particular trait. Hanuman signifies courage and strength. Narasimha signifies fearlessness. Garuda signifies magical skills and the power to cure snake bites. Varaha signifies health and exorcism. Haigriva signifies victory over enemies. To know the full story of Panchamukhi Hanuman, watch the video linked in the comments below. There are no references of Hanuman's death or the end of his avatar. He is one of the 7 Chiranjeevis, meaning the one who will live till the end of time. He also finds his mention in Mahabharata, which occurred in a different yuga thousands of years later. Bhim, the son of Pandu, had an encounter with Lord Hanuman and mistook him for a weak old monkey. Bhim tried to use his mace to push the monkey's tail, but the tail remained immovable. After a protracted struggle, Bhim realized that this was no ordinary monkey. Bhim eventually gave up and asked for pardon. Lord Hanuman thereupon came in his original form and blessed Bhim. Hanuman was also the one protecting Krishna and Arjuna through the Mahabharata war when they were fighting with the celestial weapons on their chariot. When the war was over, Hanuman bowed to Lord Krishna before getting out of the chariot. The chariot began to burn as soon as Hanuman cleared the path. Arjuna was immensely astounded by what he saw. Lord Krishna later clarified to Arjuna that the chariot would have been destroyed long ago if Hanuman did not shield it from the celestial weapons.
I'm trying not to pause it and talk too much or analyze the video too much because I don't want to dilute their religion. I want to learn as much as I can, and I want you guys to learn as much as you can, so I'm not going to be stopping it a whole shit ton of times like I normally do. I'm just going to soak up the information, guys. I'm learning. I'm in my learning mode. It's what I do for fun.
There are various other beautiful stories of Hanuman, and we have only mentioned a few in this video. From being a devotee himself, Hanuman has been the symbol of selflessness and devotion to many people. Service and devotion is the very essence of Hanuman. Devotion cannot be practiced or forced from the outside. It can only arise from within. And once the quality of devotion arises, The very life becomes a living expression of the divine.
Good way to end that first little video. Good introduction, Hanuman. Alright, next up is The Secret Behind the Superpowers of Hanuman, and it is by Sadhguru. Alright, let's get it.
Hanuman is a Superman. Okay, a little bit of tail and facial features. The rest is Superman.
I kind of got that in the last one, that's why I call him a superhero.
Oh, South Indian superhero is still worshipped all over the country, literally all over the world. Even a president of the United States was carrying a small figurine
I saw that. It's another reason why it interests me to touch on this subject.
of Hanuman in his pocket at one time. He is Superman. His strength is…
This is super short. It's like 5 minutes. All of these are really.
Today he has become a superhero all over the country, Hanuman. But after Rama's time, some people, little crooked in their head, projected South Indian people who lived here 6,000–7,000 years ago as monkeys. So South Indian people still little disturbed by that. They have love for Rama, but they're angry little bit with the way they have been depicted.
I can see that.
But also…
I can see that for you southern Indians. I can see that. I'm not mad at you, man.
they enjoy that no matter what they say, they anyway worship a South Indian man as the ultimate hero. Even if they want to win an election today, they will sing praises of Hanuman, even today. So, South Indian superhero is still worshipped all over the country, literally all over the world. Even a president of United States was carrying a small figurine of Hanuman in his pocket at one time. But a certain person becoming small or big or flying or doing something else, is that a possibility? Very much a possibility, very much a reality. It was very much prevalent in this country, in this culture, but it was looked down upon, but it was looked up elsewhere, particularly in the Native American cultures. There is a whole tradition of shamanism where it is… even today there's any amount of talk about how a Native American shaman becomes an eagle, becomes a fly.
So our native peoples were deemed Indians because when, I guess, Christopher Columbus first landed, he thought he was in India. So there's a nice fun fact for you guys in the East. We thought we landed in India, so our natives were deemed Indians for that purpose. Now, you know, you learn something new every day, guys.
Becomes a wolf.
You're welcome.
Transforms himself into some other form and gets there and all this. So these are not just stories, it is very much a possibility. One can transform his form if he wishes.
I like
Is that possible?
I see that now. I got that. You can change, you can transform to whatever you want to be. You gotta put that energy out.
Hanuman becoming small, big, very much possible. And even today, it is a phenomena that's been witnessed by many people, particularly Hanuman Bhakt devotees. Change of form is a very common thing among the devotees of Hanuman even today, because that is the trend he set.
Hanuman is a Superman. Okay, a little bit of tail and facial features. The rest is Superman. He is Superman.
His strength is his devotion. The devotion in his heart is so strong. Because of that, he stood out shining, because of his sheer devotion. So, even if you happen to be a monkey, if you're a devotee, you can transcend your monkeyness and become something phenomenal.
Ooh-wee! Yeah! Transform your monkeyness. at the end of the day, we are all monkeys. If you didn't know that, we are 99.9% DNA is exact same as chimpanzees, specifically bonobos. So yeah, at the end of the day, we're all monkeys. You can transform yourself out of that monkey brain into a human.
That's the story of Hanuman. Yes, the occult sciences have many aspects to it. One Veda is dedicated towards this. Atharvana Veda is all about this. There is a panel in the Dhyana Linga where somebody transformed himself into a form that was relevant to someone else. Have you noticed it? About people taking on the forms that they wish according to the convenience is not a new thing, or it's not an unheard of thing. Almost in every part of the world it is there. Particularly it is being publicized in a big way about the North American and South American shamans these days, about shamans becoming eagle and becoming wolf. These two forms are very common for them. So there are any number of historical events like that, but that was considered crude way of doing things, because when you take on the form of something else, this body has to be preserved and it can always be misused. So there have been incidents where somebody left his body here in some safety and let's say became an eagle and flew for some time. But when the eagle came back, the body is gone. Now what does the eagle do? A eagle comes and sits here and says, "I am a yogi." Pathetic state, isn't it?
So, here, the occult scientists evolved other kinds of methods. That is, they themselves do not take on other forms. They pick other forms and make the forms work in a certain way. They will take a certain animal, usually one thing that is heavily used is the chicken. So they will release the chicken has to be young and vibrant chicken, uncooked. So release the chicken's life and use that life form to do certain things for you. Rather than you taking on the chicken's body, you make the chicken do things controlled by remote-controlled chicken, all right? So they evolved better, more sophisticated methods to deal with the same things. A certain person becoming small or big, or flying, or doing something else, is that a possibility? Very much a possibility.
Yeah, what would you choose for your superpower to be? I think mine would be… I guess I would go with flying, just to be able to get places faster. I am disabled, so it would help out a ton. As long as I don't have to use my left arm to fly, like our arm. We don't have to flap our arms or anything, I'm good. What would y'all do? Drop in the comments, I need the engagement.
Hanuman. Today he has become a superhero all over the country. His strength is his devotion.
The devotion in his heart is so strong because of…
He's similar to Jesus in that aspect. That's what made him so great as well, his devotion to the One. The Almighty One, all of us. The only single thing is everything. Shout out Olin Baptiste III. Alright, next up, Hanuman, the monkey god of Hinduism, by the See You in History channel. See You in History channel, don't copyright me, bro. We're all just trying to learn and have a little fun. Alright, let's get it.
Hanuman is an important deity in Hindu culture. He is a monkey god with a striking presence in some of the most famous stories of Hinduism, including the epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana. Hanuman is considered the god of knowledge and the winds. The monkey god took advantage of favorable winds to fly through the skies at very high speed. He is also a warrior god, having under his leadership an army of monkeys. Hanuman was the son of Queen Anjana with Vayu, the god of the winds. He was one of the many incarnations of Lord Shiva, one of the main deities of Hinduism. Hanuman was born very hungry. When he spotted the sun, he tried to devour it, believing the star to be a fruit. He didn't actually bite the sun because he was stopped by Indra, god of thunder, who struck him with lightning. Hanuman fell dead from the sky. Hanuman's father was offended that Indra struck his son, so he caused the winds to cease. The lack of winds created some percussions, and, to reconcile with the god's father, Shiva resurrected Hanuman, and the gods made the young man an even more powerful god. With this, the winds began to blow again. In his youth, the god was impetuous and misbehaved. In his pranks,
just like everybody else, kids are the craziest. When they're by themselves, they're beautiful beings. But when you put them in groups, shit gets weird and crazy. Kids are crazy, they do mean shit sometimes. So, he's human after all.
Hanuman ended up getting into trouble with the rishis, the great sages of the Hindu tradition. They decided to curse Hanuman, and the god forgot his true potential. Hanuman went through a lengthy process of self-knowledge to rediscover his full potential. During this process, the god became a wiser and humbler deity. The god had several powers. One of them was the ability to take on absurd proportions and shrink when he so desired. His strength was immeasurable. He could carry one of the gigantic Himalayan mountains. In the epic Ramayana, which tells the story of the hero Rama, one of Vishnu's most famous avatars, Hanuman played a significant role.
He is similar to Christianity in that, or Jesus in that form as well. He could move mountains, and let's talk it metaphorically, because he obviously really didn't lift a damn mountain up. But you can accomplish big and great things if you put your mind to it. You can move mountains. I think that's where that's at. If it's not, I apologize, guys.
The god served Rama in his adventures, helping him win the crown. During these adventures, he led his monkey army against Rama's enemies. He also fought against various demons. Hanuman's humility as Rama's servant is depicted in various works of art. The figure of the monkey god is in almost all temples dedicated to Rama.
It's the first time I've heard a reference to any type of demons or devils outside of Christianity. So, alright.
The monkey-looking god continues to be worshipped and revered today in temples throughout India. Many are filled with monkeys, animals that constantly get into mischief, knowing that in these places they will never suffer reprisals. Hanuman is worshipped both for his humble aspect in search of knowledge and for his warrior profile. Hanuman symbolizes the naturally unstable human mind. His focus changes constantly, like a monkey jumping from branch to branch. Hanuman can fly from one place to another with incredible speed. When fed only by primary instincts, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain at all costs, the human mind finds no peace. When it decides to investigate its inner self and seek self-knowledge, it is possible to reach its full potential and achieve extraordinary feats, just like Hanuman. The god is also worshipped in Buddhist temples, but in these places, his deeds and stories differ greatly from traditional Hindu tales. Hanuman is a symbol of true devotion. This makes him one of the most revered gods in Hinduism.
Devotion is a fantastic trait to have, guys. Devoted. Be devoted to whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't necessarily have to be to Hanuman or any god. Just be it. Be devoted to whatever it is you're doing. You can substitute passion for that. Alright, up next is what makes Hanuman Chalisa. What makes Hanuman Chalisa so powerful? And it is Tantric Explains, and it is from TRS Clips. TRS Clips, don't copyright me, bro. We're all just trying to learn and have a little fun. Alright, let's get it.
If you enjoy the Renvi Show, this is the channel for you. You don't have to consume every single podcast, but you have to binge watch all the clips on this channel. It's It's TRS Clips. You mentioned a very cool story about Tulsidas meeting Hanumanji. Do you think that that's where the Hanuman Chalisa was created?
No, I think the Hanuman Chalisa came in later on, but definitely Tulsidas ji had full blessings of Lord Hanuman, or because of that blessings, he was able to produce such a superlative Ramcharitmanas. That's the amazing text. But it was definitely the blessings of Lord Hanuman was there.
Okay. Why do you think the Hanuman Chalisa has this anti-ghost power?
That's because of... This answer will again deviate from the central theme of your our discussion.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. So certain deities are there in Dharma who have two specific propensities. They're excellent as protected deities. Hanuman, Lord Hanuman is one of them. Bhairava is another. Certain deities are there. Number one. Number two, they respond faster. Certain deities are closer to the earth plane than they respond faster. Hanumanji is one who is an immortal, who's never given up his body. So he's here in this plane. So he will respond to your pleas faster than others, specifically on certain areas. Now, if you ask Hanumanji, I want to become the richest man on earth, you may not get that, because his domain is strength, power, protection, all these things. Instant you will get that if your devotion is correct. Okay, same for Lord Bhairava also. He also protects very fast. On the other hand, if you have to call Lord Shiva, the Shiva Swarupa, Mahadev, he is in his samadhi. It will take you 9-10 lifetimes of calling before he responds. He will be aware that you are calling, but he cannot be bothered to answer so easily.
Wow.
That's wild. That's a long time to wait. You might as well just go straight to the source of the Lord Hanuman, guys.
Precisely the power of Hanuman Chalisa. It's a wonderful thing. There's so many sadhanas practices that can be done just with the Hanuman Chalisa.
Really? Let's talk.
Endless things.
Let's talk about this, because there is a lot of young Indians who are very into the Hanuman Chalisa, including myself, including Sanchit. Like,
superb thing. Superb means superb thing. In fact, I'm talking from the tantric perspective also. So Hanumanji is considered, Lord Hanuman is considered in the tantric perspective, is also considered as one of the protectors. Okay, the Veeras. There are 52 Veeras. Okay, Veer means there are powerful entities who protect an area. Any area it can be. And these Veeras are modeled around the primary Devatas. So there is Hanuman Veer. In the Nathpanthi Sampradaya, their worship is very popular. There is Narsingh Veer, who is basically on Lord Narasimha, which is the Vishnu Avatara, etc. So you invoke their blessings, whether it's a disease related negative entity, whether there's a spirit related negative entity, whether something else. If you keep doing Hanuman Chalisa with faith properly, and there are sadhanas, means suppose you want to, just for 40 days, somebody decides that I want to do Hanuman Chalisa Upasana. So you every day you sit and do at least 51, 54 times or 100 times Hanuman Chalisa. It will take you 1-2 hours, but if you're fluent, it will be very fast. You do this, you maintain certain basic rules. Celibacy is one of them required for getting a higher experience of Lord Hanuman, because he was the Akhanda Brahmachari. Okay, and
I can check that box, sadly. I'm retired from social life, and that includes the ladies, the Sheilas. Shout out Ozzy, man. Yeah, they're nothing but trouble anyways, guys. Too expensive. So yeah, celibacy is not a problem for me. Check that box. I'm disabled, and it turns out chicks don't dig disabled dudes.
Offer some naivedyam, some bhog, some laddu, something to Hanumanji. Put some diya, etc., etc. And after you finish your Hanuman Chalisa recital, say 54 times or 108 times, calmly sit down and meditate on the name of Lord Rama. Do this for 40 days, you will have a transforming experience.
What do you mean calmly meditate on Lord Rama? Do you just say Rama, Rama?
Just
Rama?
that name, power of the name is superlative. He is, Hanumanji remains in this plane because he promised that as long as there is a name of Rama here, he will be here.
Okay.
And he is one of the best protected deities. The reason why he is so popular and he responds so fast, in my opinion, as I said, I have seen people who are more devotees of Lord Hanuman than even of Lord Rama. Okay, though Hanuman is considered as a bhakta of Rama, precisely because he remains in the physical plane. He has chosen not to leave this plane and go. And that is why he is very fast. If he is pleased with your devotion, if he is pleased with your call and you are in trouble, some of the blessings, and the beauty of it is that they are gods. So they don't have to physically come to you. From wherever he may be, he can still get you protection. Just one blessing from you and he will be protected.
It's like an armor. of sorts.
Absolutely.
Okay. Protection from pretas and
Anything.
pishachas. So I had a very deep-seated fear of the dark when I was growing up. And that's a big reason I was drawn even more to the Hanuman Chalisa, especially Bhoot Pishach Nikat Nahi Aave Mahaveer Jab Naam Suna. When I would say that, I would, obviously I've learned the Hanuman Chalisa over the course of my life, but I began by reading it out of a book. And when it was that line, I would touch the book to my head saying, be with me. Probably because I was always drawn to these topics throughout my life. And they also say that when you speak about these topics, you're actually inviting those energies near you. So what we're doing here, and maybe even the listeners listening, they are kind of creating a sort of frequency that makes them one step closer to negative entities. My outlook on this is one, go in with faith in God. And two, when you have knowledge about darkness, it brings you closer to the light. That's what I believe.
That is true. You need to embrace your dark side, guys. Embrace your dark side and learn to control it. Especially for you young, if you're a young person watching this. Embrace your dark side, don't get too crazy. But you definitely need to embrace it, learn from it, and control it.
And the other thing is that, in my opinion, generally, so it is one thing to be aware that there is a presence of, this is a hierarchy of negative entities there. Because after, so as I was saying, Preta is one of the more angry type of things. Beyond that, there are other pishachas and all that. Those are very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
If you enjoyed this video, just know that this entire channel is full of playlists that'll take you down different pathways of learning.
I enjoyed it. It's my first time, but there is another one from this channel coming up. And it was nice meeting you, buddy. I didn't catch your name, but it's nice meeting you, and I was entertained on that video. Thank you very much. Alright, next one is TRS clips again, and this one is Witnessed Hanuman Live. A yogini shares a powerful true story. Let's get it.
I have a cricketer friend of mine. His name's KL Rahul.
Yes.
And we discuss sadhana a lot. And he's also got a very intense amount of bhakti towards Hanumanji. Like in his
how
life.
beautiful.
And he's got this one beautiful tattoo where it showcases a human being lifted by this really...
Do you guys have tattoos? I don't have one. I'm 45, I think. Not one. I never figured out something that I would want to put on my body for the rest of my life. And my funds have always gone elsewhere. My priorities were always on drugs, to be honest. Alright, I'm going to shut up.
really muscular arm. It's clearly that of Hanuman.
Wow.
Is it similar to what you're saying?
Yes, it's similar. The Maruts, I remember in the episode that we did in the first episode, we spoke little about Maruts, So Maruts are a very, very peculiar and intrinsic part of your pranic system. They are very, very, and very few people know and talk about this. The word Maruti in Hanuman has come out of the word Marut. Maruts are born...
Y'all get hardcore storms over there in India? Hurricane, or I guess they're called typhoons maybe, or something over there. Do y'all get those a lot? What about tornadoes? Do you get those as well? Or how often? And what other natural disasters you gotta be concerned about? I know there's some mountain ranges over there. Anyways, shut up.
To the Vayu's movement in the sun, when the process of creation happened, the movement of Vayu in the sun created Maruts. These are particles that high velocity particles that come from other galaxies. All right. The word Maruti comes from Marut. The word Hanuman also comes from Marut. Han is like a bij akshar that has the meaning that something that strikes with great velocity. And man is huge and heavy and stable. So Hanuman word combination means something that moves with great velocity and can destroy anything which is huge and stable. All right. He was born to Kesari Nandan bolte hain. He was born to Kesari and Anjana Devi. Kesari means sun and Anjana Devi means the dark primordial Prakriti when the thing was born.
Goosebumps all over. Right, go on.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Hanuman is that force. And this quality actually of the Maruts is present in all the deities. Is present in all the deities. Especially a portal of Hanuman has happened because of the bhakti that people have, immense bhakti that people have done of Hanuman. Hanuman portal is there. He is a living deity and people have seen him. I met a girl very recently who had a lot of skin issues all over her body, and she was a 30-something, not married, and gone into a lot of, sadness in the body. And she went out for a corporate, meetup somewhere, and she was in that dukkha, and probably she had something with everyone, and she had a sakshat darshan of Hanuman. She saw Hanumanji in front of her, and that episode could have been a hallucination. I mean, anybody could have just taken it to be a hallucination. But that event changed her life completely. Number one, her entire body was changed. Oh. That whole skin issue that she had disappeared within a matter of 1 month. Her whole kayakalpa bolte hain. Everything changed. And she has become a devout bhakta.
Seeing in the physical form must have gave her, God, what was I just about to say? Sorry, bad short-term memory. I was going to say something, but it's probably better I didn't. I don't want to dilute you guys' religion here, so I'm just going to shut up.
Hanuman. Devout bhakta who never ever went into any temple or believed in any gods and goddesses because of her own tormenting life.
I remember now. It must have, seeing him in the flesh must have motivated her to do better and to heal her skin condition. That's what I was saying. All right. I think seeing him in the flesh changed her belief system maybe and made her think more positively, and she was healed because of it. I don't know.
She has become a devout bhakta of Hanuman. So Hanuman darshan, people have had, all the deities give darshan. How does the darshan happen, I mean, this is what my Gurudev taught me. Many people may not be in line with this thought, but he says that when a bhakta has become completely surrendered and dissolved in the deity is so happy. And when I say deity, ultimately it is consciousness and Paramatma. Paramatma is so happy that to please his eyes, a darshan is created. And who creates this darshan? The maruts in his body. The pranic particles in our body we have marut pavans. Every act of destruction in your body. Destruction means I'm not talking negatively. The food is broken into smaller particles, absorption is happening. So it's an act of destruction. Every act of destruction in our body which is required is done by the maruts. The prana does not have its own power other than the maruts. And when a person comes into bhakti, the maruts are maximized. And when the maruts are maximized, the soul itself has kripa over the bhakta and gives him the darshan of the deity he believes in. So people have seen live Krishna, Shiva. Those who are in bhakti have seen their deities in front of them. And this is the miracle of Paramatma, showering grace, and the maruts do it. So Maruti Bhagwan, talking about him, he is an immense portal of power.
Perhaps this is why Hanumanji is linked to physical powers?
Yes, also. All the siddhis are associated with him. And, the physical powers in the sense he can become small like this much, he can become big like this much, he can become heavy like a mountain, he can be light as air, as a feather. All these siddhis come from the maruts. This is what needs to be understood. They come from the maruts. And Hanuman being the deity for the marut pavans, they're called marut pavans. He's Vayu Putra. Vayuputra means he's born to the Vayu, the movement of the Vayu in the sun.
Okay, to kind of summarize what you said, I think you've given us the Sanatani version of what are we but stardust.
Yes.
So
That's all we are.
you're saying that according to Sanatan Dharma, there were high velocity particles that found their way near the atmosphere of the sun. These particles of light or energy particles are referred to as maruts.
Yeah, they're born to the spandan of Shiva Shakti. You know, the S that you see in a yin and symbol,
yeah.
the white and black is
Yes.
divided by a S
Yeah.
line, bright line. This bright line is where maruts are born. Rudra is also a synonym to this marut only. You know, when we say the power of Rudra, you see, it's also a product which is born to this spandan of Shiva and Shakti.
From a very human perspective, everyone has heard the word pranayam, or increase the pran flowing through your
Yes.
body.
Yes.
So pran could be loosely understood to be external energy or energy that's present all around us.
Energy, every kind of energy is prana. Number one. When we do pranayam, it's basically the life force energy inside us. We are bringing that into control. Yama means to bring it in control.
So say you're doing the pranayam and the life force in you is increasing.
Yes.
Physical manifestation of that would be good skin, good hair, good health.
Yeah.
But you said something interesting. You said that it's the maruts that actually cause changes inside your body and not the prana.
Yes, they're the soldiers in your prana.
So what is the linkage between the prana and the marut?
The maruts are like, you could say, like floating particles on prana. They're the soldiers of the prana. And let's say, as you say, you know, in your blood there is hemoglobin. When your hemoglobin count is good, then you say your blood is good. In the same way, when the count of maruts, and which automatically goes the moment you start sadhana. That is how people are able to manifest anything out of the thin air. The yogis, you know, they manifest anything out of the thin air. All these siddhis, even Vaka Siddhi, you know, all these siddhis come because of the maruts.
You're increasing the number of maruts in your
In
body.
the body with the sadhana, automatically. Automatically.
That sums up this video nicely because it ties right into what we like in this channel, which is manifestation. So that was the perfect finale here. Alright, that about wraps it up for this one, guys. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you had fun enough to consider subscribing. What strikes me the most about Hanuman isn't just the epic scale of his powers. It's the strength to leap across oceans, the ability to shift form, the mastery over celestial forces. It's that all of it was in service of something deeper. His devotion wasn't passive. It was fierce, focused, and fearless. Hanuman didn't seek power for power's sake. He embodied the paradox of the warrior saint, unstoppable in action, yet surrendered in spirit. And maybe that's the real superpower, devotion. So complete that it transforms the impossible into the inevitable. Whether you see him as a myth, metaphor, or miracle, Hanuman invites us to ask, what would our lives look like if we moved with that kind of purpose, with that kind of love, that kind of fire? Let me know in the comments. What do you admire most about Hanuman? Go love somebody that you don't like so you can love yourself properly. See you guys in the next reaction video. I love you.